Hey guys, welcome back to Roots and Rain Boots, where we talk about all things motherhood, culture, and this beautiful chaos of raising kids in the diaspora. If you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button because today we are diving into a hot topic. Parenting styles, my mom versus me. Now listen, if you grew up in a Nigerian home, you already know that this episode is about to get real. Because let's be honest, parenting back then, very different from how we do things now. And I know some of you can already hear your mom's voice in your head saying, in our time. But yeah, let's get into it. The things my mom did that I'm not doing, and the things I swore I'd never do, but here I am doing them. Let's go. Now let's rewind back to the weeks before my due date. In fact, just before my third trimester. Yes, my mugo started then. Life was delicious. Shout out to my mama who dropped everything and was by my side. What was that now? You don't like it? Yep, just what I'm talking about. I've not even reached the part that I wanted to talk about what I'm talking about now, and my child is doing it right in front of me. Anyway, where was I? Yes, then her grandbaby came. Let me just put this out there, mamas. If you don't butt head with your mother at this point in this journey, you have not started. But we still love them all the same. Now back to it. Yes, baby came and the romance was not romancing as it was before. But to be honest though, this season of my life made me realize that for our generation, my mom is actually quite chill. From my many convos, this was actually not the case for other people. In fact, it was other people that stressed me out more than my mother. So, on to the clashes. Again, you know this comes in different stages, right? So the first is when you come back from the hospital, the hot water massage. In typical Nigerian form, you come back from the hospital with the baby. The first thing you do is the bath. It almost seems like a rite of passage. Yeah, Papa, what's up? What happened? What happened? You don't like it? This is exactly what I'm saying. We are experimenting with food. Okay? All good? All good? Can mommy carry on? Can you try it? What happened? If you didn't get a hot water bath as a baby, are you even Nigerian? Our mom believes that if you don't do this, the bones won't be strong. They say it straightens the legs, the spine, it molds the baby's head, it makes the baby flexible. There's nothing I didn't hear. And then the belly. The belly button. It must be cleaned with spirits, and then use a hot water cloth to squeeze water on the navel so that the belly button doesn't come out. I can't even remember who told me that part. Anyway, I had seen it done a few times and it was now my turn. But no, the UK midwife says to leave the baby's belly button alone. Just let the umbilical cord heal naturally. Meanwhile, look at Nigerian grandmas pressing the baby like it's fufu. Let's push it back inside before the belly is big. So who do we listen to? The midwife or our ancestors? Me? I did a bit of both. Just don't tell the midwife. Next one is baby powder, overdressing and weather wars. Listen, Nigerian moms believe in powder like it's a magic potion. He must be fresh. Meanwhile, midwives are like, no powder, it can cause breathing issues. Funny thing is, one time I got to speak to a Nigerian doctor based in Nigeria, and when I brought up the powder thing, if you see the bombastic eye he gave me, like, Who told you to use powder? I want to know who told you to use powder. Then there is the dressing struggle. Here in the UK, it can be 30 degrees and my mom is like, where is the baby's hat? Where is his socks? Where is the blanket? But mommy, it's not even cold now. Nigerian moms don't care. The baby must be wrapped up, even if we're all melting. But for real though, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Because we're made to believe that we didn't have to cover the baby's head and wear socks unless it's cold. So yeah, babies can use their feet to explore textures and surfaces. Also, walking barefoot helps strengthen the muscles and ligaments in their feet, promoting proper arch development. See, is Google, and they say Google is our friend. I mean, it's fine for babies to wear socks when it's cold, but allowing them have barefoot time regularly is beneficial for their overall development. Next is the midwife says versus Nigerian mom logic. Look, if you're a Nigerian mom in the UK, you already know the struggle. Everything you do, your mom has something to say. But guess what? She doesn't care what the midwife says. Mommy, the midwife said I should put the baby on his back to sleep.
You know, there is this general understanding that when babies lie on their tummy, they feel more comfortable, especially because of this, their belly button.
But mommy, the midwife said it's safer for the baby.
Here. Wow.
In fact, my nickname became the midwife says. The way these aunties react to midwife advice, you would think we were trying to raise babies wrong. Now, force feeding and early weaning. Let me sit down well for this one. Another things our mothers don't play with is food. By 3 months, they're already eyeing the baby like, when will you start eating real food? So now the one they're eating now is fake food. The midwife said no solids before 6 months. But Nigerian moms are already making pap and putting tiny spoon in the baby's mouth, saying just this small. Just open your mouth, just a little, just a little. But mommy, he's not ready. Now, I do baby-led weaning. My son was already acting the drama earlier on. Sad the camera was not on him. He plays with his food, flings rice on the floor. In fact, he was just flinging potatoes. And I'm just here convincing myself he's exploring textures. I'm really convincing myself. My mom watching this, she's traumatized. Almost every day. He's not eating well. He's a baby now. So what do you want? For him to sit like a grown man and eat swallow, pounded yam, before you know that he's eating well? Okay, I'll be honest here. He does enjoy his swallow and okra. In fact, he eats it so well, I think it's his best food. I hear that's the case with most Nigerian babies. They are all for slimy soups because it's easy to swallow. I don't know. By the way, mamas, what was your experience giving babies under 6 months water? I want to hear from you in the comments below. Now, let's move to the next stage. Discipline, the eyes versus gentle parenting. Growing up in a Nigerian home, discipline was a whole thing. My mom had that look. You know the one now. That silent thread that said, if you embarrass me here, just wait till we get home. Yes, that one. Thank you, Nancy. And let's not even talk about punishment and spanking. See how I'm using the word spanking to tone it down, but I promise to keep it real here. So, flogging, reset slap, try. Kneel down and raise up your hands. In fact, we're coming from a lot. Now, me over here, I'm reading articles about emotional intelligence and trying to use gentle parenting instead of go and get my belt. It's let's talk about our feelings. I see some pages on social media that say instead of saying things like this, try this. I don't know if you've come across any of those.
Don't stop. Don't hit your sister.
Don't say stop, say gentle.
Gentle what?
Gentle hands.
Gentle hands is gentle.
Everything. Gentle everything.
I am so proud of you.
You're not supposed to tell kids you're proud of them anymore.
Why not?
But that's putting the focus on you.
What?
I'm so proud. Don't say that.
What should I say instead?
You should be so
I
proud.
am so
No,
proud.
it's back on you again. Hey, hurry up. We gotta go. Don't rush. We're fine. Don't rush her. Fine.
I thought we were in a hurry.
If you rush children, it makes them anxious. No hurry. You always rushed us, and I'm anxious.
Never rushed you. We were always late.
Exactly. And I was anxious because we were always late.
What am I supposed to say then?
Gentle.
This way. Good job.
Good choice.
Thank you.
No, say good choice.
Watch out.
Do you feel safe here?
The side eye my mom gives me when I start, even me, I want to burst out laughing because I'm just wondering what's going on in her head. But I call this evolution. What do you guys think? Finally, the rush to achieve milestones. Milestones. Nigerian moms will have your baby in competition without you even knowing. Yeah, Papa, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, vroom, car. Sorry, I'm back. Where was I? Yes, Nigerian moms will have your baby in competition without you even knowing. Has he started sitting? My neighbor's baby was sitting at 4 months. He should be walking by now. A 9-month-old though. Yes. Somebody said to me, my baby started walking at 7 months. The pressure. I remember someone asking if my son had started using a walker, and the shock on my face when I said, he's 4 months, so someone that has just learned to hold his head up. Meanwhile, I'm just happy he has started sleeping more than 3 hours straight. I remember the convo about the person's children walking at 7 months, and I'm like, for real? In my head though, I was like, so how many awards did they win? Is it in their CV or LinkedIn that they started working at 6 months? I'll be 7 months. Oh please, I beg. If you allow it, some people will make you have high blood pressure for nothing. Me? I have learned to throw some things back. You don't have to be like me. Although, it depends on who I'm talking to. Before I chop slap in my old age. What was it I said in my last episode about grace? While I know some intentions are good, some people need to learn emotional intelligence. Sorry, where was I? Yes. A lot of people easily jump into, leave them all, they don't take advice. But how did you do it? Let's learn to listen more and pay attention to what the person isn't saying. It can be hard. Then choose your words carefully. Something like, I tried this, or I found this. I don't know how useful it will be for you, but it seemed to work for me, And then encourage. Say something nice. Tell them they are doing a good job. Aunties and mommies, you went through it. So you of all people should know it's not easy. Now, finding the balance. So who is right? The midwives or our mothers? Honestly, a bit of both. At the end of the day, parenting is a mix of old school wisdom and new school. There are things that make sense like safe sleep, not force feeding. Sorry, where was I? Yes, safe sleep, not force feeding, and letting babies develop at their own pace. While I may not force feed or let my baby cry for too long, I do appreciate some of my mom's methods. I mean, baby massage and warm baths do have their benefits. At the end of the day, do what works for you and your baby. And most importantly, do not let anyone stress you. Now, next week, we're doing a day in the life, a Nigerian mom in the UK. So you guys can see what a typical day looks like for me balancing mom life, work, and all. Now tell me, what's the one parenting rule from your childhood that you are keeping or completely ditching? Or what's the one thing your mom, your grandma, your auntie, anyone you know really did that completely clashed with the UK advice? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear the gist. See you next week. Bye. Papa, say bye.
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 Hey.